Alright, y'all, I'm going to bed because I woke up 5 o'clock this morning. That might be why I'm tired. Let's get into these country Wayne skits before I go on my nice little hiatus for the next couple days. Because ain't nothing going on. Mike and Sonny, y'all are stupid. You gonna go to another country, forget your ID. You up here talking to your friend. And Mike is still trying to get with you. Sonny, you still want Mike. If Mike was to get rid of Melissa and say he wanted you back, trust and believe you would take him back in a heartbeat. That dude you met don't even stand a chance. Jaleel didn't even stand a chance. At the end of the day, the only man that you want is Mike. And the sad part is Mike keep dogging you out every chance he get. Girl, why are you letting this man stop you from being happy? Girl, move on. You met a really nice guy that right now is getting out of his situation, and his ex is moving out. And then, like I said, even with Jael, you never liked Jael anyway. So I don't even know why in the world you figured that, that was going to work out. Because you never liked him anyway. You were never interested in him. You just dated him to piss off Mike. And then when you slept with him, it backfired because then you found out he had a whole girlfriend. And even though he had every chance, he was going to get rid of her. But still, the point is that you set up here and you let Jocelyn and everybody else, especially Shayla, convince you. Now you and Shayla ain't friends no more. And now you still piping after a man that basically is with Melissa. And wait till Melissa find out the reason he went to jail. When I tell you she gonna be pissed and she gonna wish she would have went on that trip. When she find out that Sonny actually went on that trip, that's gonna be a mess and a half. When J-Mo find out about Ernestine, he's gonna kick Ernestine to the curb. Cause I really believe he gonna walk in on Ernestine and Trey, and I believe Melissa and J-Mo gonna end up being together. As far as the situation with Lawrence, just tell Erica the truth. Lawrence, tell her the truth. Shame the devil. Tell her the truth and let her help you get this thing situated. That girl is trying to scam Erica out of her money. Why I got the feeling this girl got something to do with either Dom or got something to do with Diablo about that money. Why I got a feeling that she has something to do with that, but we'll see. Now, as far as D is concerned, D, you just about as bad as Ralphie is. That girl done put it on you, and now you can't leave her alone. Talking about you know what you're doing. No, you don't, because you sitting up here talking about doing some grand gesture. The girl thinks you're gonna marry her. Ralphie, you're stupid because if you sleep with her, you ain't gonna leave her alone either. And wait till y'all find out that both of y'all dating the same girl, and then Ralphie gonna be mad at you because you didn't tell him when he asked you. Ralphie specifically asked you, were you messing with Momo? And you didn't tell him the truth because Raquel was standing there. You could have called that man, went to his house next day and told him what was going on. But no, you didn't do that. And now when you find out that that man, that girl is playing both of y'all, man, I don't know what y'all gonna know what to tell you. All I know is I have a feeling that Angela and Diablo are working together. He ain't going after Angela, because I got a feeling Angela and Diablo are actually working together. That's what I think it is. Because why is it that Raquel ended up with Angela if there wasn't something to that? But then again, we'll see. As for Anthony, you need to stop being a punk and just tell that girl the truth. Just tell her you don't want her no more. You don't want to be with her no more, but you are gonna raise your child. And let it be that. Go back to, if you want your wife back, you better try to fight for it, but it ain't gonna be easy. Because Kelvin is slowly working his way into Amber's life. And like I said, at the end of the day, she is single. So if her and Kelvin was to get together, I don't see the problem with it, and I'm gonna explain why. Brittany and him are now getting ready to be ex-stepbrother and sister. When Glow finds out that Julie gave her the money to buy Tigger out of Dalen's restaurant, that girl gonna have a fit because she invited her mother to the wedding, found her, invited her to the wedding, she didn't show up. So she don't have an issue with Kelvin, but she don't want a relationship with her daughter. I wonder why. I love the fact that what Dalen said, and if I was her, I would be like, you know what? I forgive you, but I ain't never gonna rock with you. That's all she gotta say. Forgiveness is not about the other person. The forgiveness is about you. You're relinquishing that negative energy. As long as Glow keeps that negative energy, her mother will continue to make her miserable. And I get it. You're emotionally hurt. But you got to relinquish those emotions. And to relinquish those emotions, you're going to have to forgive. You're going to have to forgive, baby girl. If you forgive, that's how you relinquish. That's why you will never have anything to do with them no more, period. Because you relinquished it. That's why I say I rebuke negativity and send it back from which you came because I don't belong here. And that's what I mean by that. I forgive you. I just don't want nothing to do with you. As for Frank and Cho, I'm not surprised about Cho cutting ties with Frank. I'm not surprised because after what happened with Sophia, I'm not surprised that Cho is tired of Frank. That man almost got that man unalive by a crocodile. That man completely changed. Cho was not the same after what Sophia did to him. So yeah, he is cutting Frank off slowly but surely. He is seeing Frank for what he is because he's the one doing all the work. Frank is reaping the benefits, and no, I don't blame him. I wouldn't either, especially if you got you a new connect. I don't blame him. Blame it off. And as for Amber, you stop saying that you're at peace. You're not at peace. Girl, you're still telling your business. You're still doing the same thing you did before. You ain't changed. You're not going to change. You're going to continue to do the same nonsense you've been doing. You're nowhere near healed. You're 1%. And every time we think you somewhat healed, you take 30 steps back. Like I said, at the end of the day, you may be happy about the fact that Shayla and Anthony are falling apart. But at the end of the day, you want to hear what Anthony had to say. If you didn't want to hear what Anthony had to say, you would have turned around and walked out and just not even said nothing to him. At the end of the day, the fact that you still want to be his friend tells me you still want to be with him. PRing. As far as you're defending Shayla, the only reason you're defending Shayla because you feel like Shayla and you are in the same boat when it comes to Anthony and how he ghosted you. And you feel like that he should be ghosting any other woman the way he ghosted you. And I get it. I understand. I understand you sympathize, you empathize, and you even understand her plight. But the point is, the situation with Shayla is completely different than yours. You didn't mess around with him with his best friend. You didn't do that. You didn't do none of that. So at the end of the day, you had a chance to be with Dalen. You chose not to be with Dalen because you let Anthony talk you out of not being with Dalen. Then you got with Wayne. Wayne done dogged you out. Girl, like I said, you want Anthony and you want to be with him and you just trying to see what direction he gonna go. But you know if he go back to Amber, there's no way in the world you're gonna be a step foot in her house. Because Amber ain't gonna want nothing to do with you. Especially after the way you've been trashing her when it came to Shayla. And then when she found out that you and Shayla actually get along, oh, she want nothing to do with you. Now, as for Brittany, girl, wait till you find out that man ain't your daddy. And what your mama did. And the fact that you've been taking care of your mama all these years. Girl, this ain't going to be good for you. And I have a feeling that Samson is not going to get divorced. I think him and Julie going to end up getting back together. Why? Because I think, like I said, I don't think that Samson really wants to be with Nat. I don't think that at all. I just think that he's just trying to get her out of Brittany's house. And when it come out, I think she's going to be devastated. But then again, like I said, Nat, you may have that man, but look how long it took you to get him. To get him back. 30-something years. Ain't no way. That man done moved on and got married and you still been stay stagnant. Waiting on that man. And I knew that's what it was. She want her husband back. I get it. I understand. But no. As for Tony, because of that cousin and that mama of hers, man, you gonna feel really stupid when you find out that basically essentially you should never bought her that car because you can't afford it, she can't afford it. Take that car back. You could have got her a used car. You could have went and got her a really nice used car. You got her a Benz. Man. And Rolanda, what you gonna do when Wayne find out that Tamar is messing with your daughter? He gonna hate you. Girl, he gonna cut ties with you and Anthony. Y'all have no idea how this situation gonna play out. As for Natasha, just tell Kendra the truth that you want to sleep with him. And Chase, stop worrying about whose butt it is. Just clean the thing and call it a day. And Bethany, please get you some help. Because you really do need some help. Because you fighting your brother, and girl, you are the problem. And Daddy, you need to fire her. Seriously. You need to fire her. At the end of the day, that's all I can think about right now. With that being said, I'm going to bed. I'm going to get some sleep. Good night.